The KeysDAN Show. It's the KeysDAN Show. I need a new theme for the KeysDAN Show. You might hear news. You might learn stuff. You never know what you're going to get on the KeysDAN Show. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's up, party people? It's KeysDANRadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com, coming to you live and in living color from the Radio What studios. And this is my podcast, The KeysDAN Show. It's an extension of the RadioWhat.com internet radio station that I've been running for quite some time. And if you need DJ services, where do you go? DJLittleRock.com. Let me say that one more time. DJLittleRock.com. Check availability and get a free price quote, and maybe you can have me at your next event. You know, I like to party with the people. Make your next thing a big one. The party is on. Here we go again. How's everybody doing out there this Sunday evening? It's 6 p.m. Central Time. I'm guessing that's about 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I don't know why I said about. Time zones are pretty easy if you get across them, but some of the time zones are on the half hour, I've heard, and that's kind of weird. There was a time way back when, and I remember seeing part of this, and this is going to be fuzzy history, when every town pretty much had their own time zone. So you would have to look at the big clock, kind of like that Back to the Future clock in the middle of the city hall, city tower, and you would look at the clock. You would set your little pocket watch by the time, and then you'd know what time it is in that town. I guess I could probably do a podcast on the What Makes You Smarter podcast that I do on time zones and find out when time zones came around, what time, how the prime meridian, the Greenwich Mean Time came to be. How did that become the center of the universe when it comes to time? Time is fleeting. Time after time. I don't know why I'm thinking about different things, but sometimes in the beginning of these KeysDAN Show podcast, I'll ramble on. I do these once a week, 6 p.m. Central Time, just kind of a weekly roundup, getting my thoughts together, giving people an idea of what I'm going to be doing this week, what happened last week. And I invite you, yes, you, to be a part of the show. If you want to call in 501-470-6386, you could be a part of the show. I'll pipe you in. I got my phone all hooked up, Bluetooth wise, into my Rode mixer sitting here to my left, stage left. And you could be a part of the show. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Well, what did I do this week? Well, I did some podcasting, that's for sure. If you haven't taken a listen, if you'd like to hear the stories of others or tell your own story, I encourage you to check out my other podcast, What Makes You Famous. Find it everywhere using the hashtag What Makes You Famous. Pretty easy. I've taken over that hashtag. I hope nobody else figures it out and just starts doing it as well. But, for the most part, if you look up what makes you famous, you'll find me. You'll find me out there talking to people on all kinds of podcast media. You can listen to the audio version. And as of late, over the last few months, I've been putting out video versions using this very broadcast software that I'm using right now. So if you're listening to the audio version of the KeysDAN Show, I encourage you to check out my YouTube page or my Twitch or even my Facebook page, and you could see my shining face right here, my happy face, and see the scrolling advertisements to the, I don't know, to the left, to the right. What do you call it? I guess it would be to the right of me if you're looking straight at it, and you'll see all the things that I'm doing this week. I mean, I do have 3 podcasts set up for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday evening. I've been trying to do them at least 3 times a week, trying to get as many people, as many interviews, as many stories as I can get. It's purely selfish on my end, for sure, because I like to pick people's brains and find out why they are the way they are, who they are, where they came from, how they came to be. And yeah, hopefully if somebody's listening, they can always learn something as well. It'll help them on their journey. Yeah, won't that be exciting? All right. Oh well, as we're speaking, I do have some people popping in on the Facebook KeysDAN feed, and they're giving some comments and giving some likes, and they're giving some shares, I guess. Now, like I said, if you'd like to call in, you can call in and be a part of it. Let's see, what did I do last week? Okay, last week had I think 3 podcasts, 3 different stories. So if you'd like to check out the KeysDAN Show feed, anchor.fm/KeysDAN Show, and you'll find those fine interviews there, those long form podcasts where you don't have to have sound bites. You can take your time and tell a story of your life and promote yourself and tell people about who you are. And every one of them is so dear to me. It makes me feel good that people want to take some time out and chit chat with me and let me put their story out there on the interweb for the people to hear, for the people to appreciate and take advantage of and maybe get some insight from. Yeah, that kind of thing. And then Thursday, I think I did some gaming on Thursday, but Thursdays I've been trying to, keep it easy, just do my regular day job, the radiowhat.com and whatnot, and whatever else I have to do. But yeah, I've been trying to keep that one easy. Every once in a while, I have to break tradition there. But when you have your own business, you have to set a schedule, or else you'll be working 24 hours a day. Anybody who owns their own business knows this to be true. You could be up all night thinking about, what could I be doing better? What can I be doing more to grow your business? And that, for sure, that's in my head. It keeps me up all night. Sometimes I get an idea in my head, and if I don't get up and write it down or jot it down on my computer, I'll forget it, and I'll think, my goodness, I think I just forgot one of the most important ideas I've ever had. And it could have been something that was good. That was something that that would have built up not only my business, but I mean my business with the KeysDAN Show and this podcasting. It helps other people as well. So if I fail myself to build up this podcast thing, then I'm failing somebody else, I think. So I guess I feel double bad if I do that. So, and not to be too down, let's pick it back up. On Friday night, I had my regular video dance party karaoke jam over at the Rab in Conway, Arkansas. Yeah, that's been going exceptionally well. Feels like old times, with a few caveats here and there. We are wearing our protective masks, and we do have hand sanitizer all over the place, and there's signs everywhere. Wash your hands. Should have been doing that anyway. I mean, I think the germaphobes had it right all along. They've had it right all along. Wash your hands. Don't shake hands too much with people. I mean, I'm a fist bumper anyway. And hi, how you doing? And a jazz hand guy. How's everything going? Jazz hands. Everything's good. Everything's just fine. Stay over there. That was my Friday night, man, from 8 o'clock until 1 a.m. And just to keep that party going, I have another public show on Friday night as well. I think it's my usual Friday night. I've been doing that for years now, and you'll hardly find a Friday night where I'm not at the Rab in Conway, Arkansas. It's good. They're good to me, and I try to be good to them as well. And I do little themes. I guess I did some new music. I did some, rock and roll in the beginning. I get people texting me what they think the theme should be. What kind of music should I be playing in the background when people aren't singing karaoke? So I did a lot of 80s rock, some hair bands and stuff. They said classic rock, but how classic is classic rock? Should I take it back to the 50s and 60s? Is that classic enough? How come all the stuff I listen to in high school on the back of the bus is now classic rock. Am I getting older? I guess so. But then everybody gets older if they're lucky. If they're lucky, you live a long time. I wish nothing but long life and happiness for you. There you go. It sounded a little bit like a proverb. It probably is. It probably is. Probably was purely stolen. And then over the weekend, shoots, Saturday and Sunday, been trying to take it easy. I think I played a few games online, some streaming. I streamed on twitch.tv/KeysDAN. Add me over there. Every once in a while, I've been cracking open a game. I played Fortnite, and I played a couple of Epic games that were free as well. And I can't remember them right now. So obviously, they weren't that memorable, but I'm looking at them right now. Torchlight 2, I played that for a little bit. Uh, the Escapist, the Escapist 2, I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. There was a lot of reading and a lot of slow movements. It was you go find this thing, then you come back over here. You find that thing, and you go back over there. Oh, you found a locked door. Let me go get a key. Oh, I found a blanket. Let me put it over that window. It was it wasn't the most fun that I've ever had playing a video game. So Escapist 2, I'm going to have to give it a thumbs down on that one. The Killing Floor, I think if I would have played a little bit more, the Killing Floor 2 was free on Epic Games as well. So if I would have played it a little bit more, and I probably will, I'm going to get into it and check out more. I've been playing video games. I'm trying to take advantage of my downtime and play. And while I'm playing, might as well play online. Yeah, you know, and make some more friends out there on the interwebs. This old man playing video games. And then also Saturday and Sunday, and this is Sunday as we talk right now. I mean, as we record this, the Keys Dan show. I watched Hamilton. No, not one time, two times. Two times this weekend. I started watching Hamilton on Saturday. I broke about halfway through the middle. Then I finished watching a little bit more, I think in the wee hours of the morning. I stayed up way too late and I was watching it. And then today the family said, hey, let's watch Hamilton, again, because I watched it pretty much by myself with them kind of walking in and out of the room here and there. But we watched it again. I just finished watching Hamilton. What a movie. What a show. Believe the hype. Get Disney Plus, if only to watch Hamilton. Is that high praise? Is that high praise enough? At the end, I am bawling. I'm bawling like a little girl with a skin knee watching Hamilton. Yes, Hamilton. Yeah, it pulled so much history. I know some of the history. They've taken some liberties. The wife was reading some stuff about there was little bits here and there, but for the most part, Lin-Manuel it took his history seriously. I mean, seriously, and put on this great show. And thankfully, to the magic of recording and putting out movies on streaming, we get to watch it on Disney Plus. So yes, Hamilton, Hamilton, Hamilton. Watch that show. It's got it all. It's visually stunning. These people put a lot of hard work into it, and this was recorded back in 2016. I guess the show must have been pretty close to new back then. It's the original cast in there, and it has gone through, from what I understand, several cast changes. I don't think Lin-Manuel does the show, too much, if at all. But man, it was good. It was really good, and I appreciate the choices that they've taken for the actors in that show. They didn't stick to people that looked like the historical figures. They picked, and this is, man, if they did what I think they did, because I know Lin-Manuel was choosing people of color on purpose, but I hope that he didn't just do that, but he chose people that were best for the job, no matter what color they were, no matter what race, religion, sex, whatever. The people that were best for the job. And I think that's what needs to be done in every in every instance, in every job. You don't pick somebody. Oh, we need more Asian people here. We need some more black women here. We need some more. We need some more American Indians here. Native Americans. We need some more of this. No, what pick the best person for the job. Have a bunch of people apply, and then pick the best person for the job, whatever race they are. Because if you do it any other way, it feels like that's racism, that's discrimination. Wow, did I just go off on a tangent? I think I did. And thinking about Hamilton, the way that Hamilton was cast, man, and I appreciate it because all those people were fantastic, fan bloody tastic, so good, so good. Can't say enough about Hamilton. But yeah, I mean, and if you're going out for a job, why not pick the right person for the job? I mean, I know Joe Biden. He says, "Oh, I'm going to choose an African American woman for vice president. You know, for my candidacy." And I'm like, well, I mean, as long as she's the best person for the job, you know, I think that's better. To me, that's you need to have a better qualified candidate. And it just might be an African American woman, might be the best qualified candidate. But if she's not, then choose somebody else. Don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself. Because I think that's a different kind of racism. If you go out specifically trying to choose this person, I need a Cuban American. I need a Mexican. I need I need somebody from Zimbabwe to be my running mate. Yeah, it's a different kind of racism, I think. I don't know. That just kind of popped into my head. Did I go too deep? I don't know. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I ramble on, as Led Zeppelin used to say. Ramble on. All right. Well, hey, I mean, as I've wasted some time here ranting about whatever, as you know now, I have some more podcasts for you to look forward to. Some great interviews that I'm looking forward to. Long form interviews. Some people ask me, how long does it take to do a podcast? I never put a time limit on it, but usually about an hour, hour and a half. I mean, I've had some that go over 3 hours, but for the most part, people can bang out the ins and outs of their story and promote whatever they're doing within an hour, hour and a half. I think that's pretty good. I've had some as short as 20 minutes. I had a gentleman from the Philippines. I think that was a little bit over 20 minutes. It's probably the shortest one. And it was mostly because we had a bad connection. That was first. And his English wasn't so good. But I think we got the story out. I think that was it was pretty good. It was interesting. I got to talk to somebody from the Philippines who was making some music, and yeah, I picked his brain a little bit. But in 20 minutes, it got to be a little strain on both of us. I think I heard it in his voice. It was like, I kind of hear you too much, And yes, what was that a bad accent? No, it wasn't. That's the way he sounded to me. Okay, I'm trying to give the man props by showing that he spoke perfect English, to me, with a little Filipino accent. And then me, can I speak Filipino? Not even a little bit. So kudos to him. Yeah, party people and appreciate our differences. Yeah, if we were all the same, man, robots, everybody talk like this. Ah, what a boring world that would be. I mean, nobody talks exactly like I do. Nobody has the exact mannerisms that I do. Some are similar. I know I pick up mannerisms all the time. One of the things that I picked up from A View to a Kill from Christopher Walken, 1985, if I'm not mistaken. I used to say schedule, just like everybody else, but ever since Christopher Walken said schedule, like an Englishman, I've said schedule. It's not that I can't say schedule. I just prefer schedule. So you pick things up along the way. All right, I have the days of the year calendar hanging out here on the KeysDAN Show, live on Facebook, YouTube, and twitch.tv/KeysDAN. And you can, oh, by the way, yes, you can, if you're just joining me, you can call in 501-470-6386 and I will pipe you in. You will be a part of the show. How about that? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I think that's another British type thing. Am I an Anglophile? I don't know. Am I? Am I? Would that make me an Anglophile just because I say easy peasy lemon squeezy? I I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. Days of the year calendar. Now, I like the days of the year calendar, daysoftheyear.com. There's usually about three things every day of the year that are being celebrated on that day. And I'm very excited. I'm very excited because right now, today, as we speak, it is Ice Cream Day. July 19th is Ice Cream Day. So get yourself some ice cream, kids. Ice cream is without a doubt the perfect dessert ever devised by man. It's rich and creamy and full of flavors. The summer while being made from the cold like the winter and is perfect at any time of the year. Ice cream can be used to make sandwiches or entire cakes or eaten just as a scoop all on its own. Ice Cream Day celebrates this delicious treat and all the varieties it comes in. Learn about Ice Cream Day. Ice cream has become one of the most popular dishes enjoyed by people all over the world. Therefore, it is only right that we have a date to celebrate this sweet treat and to be able to eat as much as we want of it without feeling guilty. Well, a lot of us do that anyway, and we're proud of it, right? Right? After all, who wouldn't want to eat ice cream all the time? No matter whether you eat ice cream every week or it's a rare treat for you, we definitely recommend that you indulge on Ice Cream Day. Ice cream has been around for a very long time, since the first time milk and ice saw each other and fell in love. So long has ice cream been around. Throughout the years, it has come in every conceivable flavor, from the gentle, universally loved vanilla to the unusual flavor that is crab ice cream. That's right. That's how amazingly versatile ice cream is. You can literally flavor it like anything, anything, anything. Due to the difficulty of obtaining snow in hot summer months, ice cream used to be very difficult to obtain and reserved only for those of wealth and note. Da, 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 da. Thankfully, with the advances made in refrigeration technology, we are able to have ice cream any time of the year. That's why we enjoy Choco Tacos in the summertime, banana splits in the winter, ice cream cakes in the springtime, and ice cream sandwiches in the fall. What a wonderful world we live in to be able to enjoy this rich and delicious treat any time of the year. Of course, these days we have unusual variations of ice cream, as well as those made instantly by using liquid nitrogen, or those served up individually, frozen beads. What wonders the world has created for us to love on Ice Cream Day! The history of Ice Cream Day. We have President Reagan to thank for Ice Cream Day. I thought he was all about jelly beans. He wanted to commemorate the treat that more than 90% of the population in the United States enjoy. And so he decided he would decree a day for ice cream. Wait, he would decree a day for ice cream. That's my best Ronald Reagan. Not great. Not great. He did so in 1984. 1984. Doing this actually ended up glorifying the dairy industry in the United States. And so it probably does not come as any surprise for you to learn that Americans eat more gallons of ice cream per year than anywhere else in the world. In fact, they eat 23 gallons per annum to be precise. That's a lot of ice cream, right? Reagan even created an ice cream month because he loved it so much. He described it as wholesome and nutritious food that the vast majority of the United States loved. And it is not only the United States that love their ice cream. This is a dessert that is enjoyed all over the world. We also need to understand the history of this incredible dessert. Ice cream is one of the oldest types of desserts. It is believed that the history of ice cream probably started in Iran's Achaemenid Empire in roughly 500 BC. This is when different flavors were combined with ice in order to create treats to enjoy the summer months. In 400 C, 400 C? Maybe it's BC. The Persians created a special chilled food, which was a mix of vermicelli and rosewater, which was served to the royals during the summer months. The ice was mixed with fruits, saffron, and a number of other flavors. Bastini sonati is now the most popular type of Persian ice cream. This is a type of Iranian ice cream that is made from pistachios, vanilla, saffron, rosewater, sugar, eggs, milk. It also often has frozen flakes of clotted cream inside. It's a real treat. How to celebrate Ice Cream Day? Well, first of all, get yourself out there and enjoy a heaping scoop of ice cream, then maybe an ice cream sandwich, and then a delicious milkshake. Okay, are you sugared up enough yet? We didn't think so. The next thing you have to do is wolf down a delicious banana split and share an ice cream cake with your closest friends, or just keep it all to yourself. We won't tell. Ice Cream Day is your chance to really indulge without any guilt or shame. And while you're at it, try coming up with your own flavors. There are lots of tasty and incredible ice cream recipes online. Online. So why not try your hand at eating your own ice cream? You may even decide to simply throw out the rule book and add all of the flavors you love the most to see what the outcome is. Let us know how you get on. We always love trying new ice cream flavors. Or why not try your hand at creating one of the traditional ice cream treats, such as the Persian Bastini Sonati dessert? You will definitely wow all of your friends if you post a picture of this on Instagram. Man, when I was a kid, I guess I was 16 or so, I worked at Swenson's Ice Cream. That was one of my first jobs. My first job was over at Garcia's Mexican restaurant in Fort Lauderdale, Garcia's of Scottsdale. It was on Pine Island Road. I don't even know if it's still there. It probably is not still there, but I worked there for 2 weeks as a dishwasher. Not good, not good. Then I went over to the Broward Mall, Broward County, uh, and I worked at Swenson's Ice Cream Parlor. Now that was a job. Oh yeah, I did every job there. I worked as a dishwasher, when I first started there, and then I made the ice cream. I was a fountain worker. I was a cook. I was uh, a server for a while. My goodness, I did every job there. But the ice cream was delicious at Swenson's, and that is about the time that the Goonies came out. And I don't know if you remember this scene in the Goonies. If you ever watched the Goonies, you'll remember this scene in the Goonies when Chunk goes into the freezer, and yes, he sees the dead body there. Oh, I'm sorry, spoilers. Sees the dead body there, but then after the dead body, that shock wears off. He goes, oh, they got ice cream. They got Swenson's, Mississippi Mud, Rocky Road. And just the fact that they said they got Swenson's, oh, that gave me a tickle. And all my coworkers too. That was fantastic. So it's Ice Cream Day. Celebrate Ice Cream Day. Oh my goodness. Also on July 19th, it's Daiquiri Day. I guess we're all kinds of indulgence today. July 19th is Daiquiri Day. Need a way to cool off? Why not celebrate Daiquiri Day? This refreshing drink was invented in the early 1900s in a small mining town of Daiquiri near Santiago, Cuba. Cuba. An engineer named Jennings Stockton Cox created a simple drink called a daiquiri. Cox came up with this kind of Cox came up with this concoction in an effort to cool down during the summer month with a simple blend of lime juice, sugar, and local Bacardi rum over cracked ice. He found to be the best way to boost the morale of mine workers during the hot months. Such was the success of Cox's drink. Not only did he receive generous stipend from the company, he also received a monthly gallon of Bacardi to continue supplying the refreshing drink. I haven't had much run-in with alcohol. I think I don't know, when I was a kid, I had a half a beer one time at 21 years old. I think it was 3 months into my 21st year. And I had a half a beer and I passed out. And I don't think that well, okay. And then maybe 4 years ago, I was working DJing at a bar, and I saw a fruity drink there coming out of an ice machine, and I said, "Hey, let me try some of that stuff. That looks pretty good." And I put it to my lips, and it was, "Ooh, is that alcohol? Ooh, I've never drank alcohol that much before." And that was only like 4 years ago. So yeah, I guess I haven't had too much run-in with alcohol, but I mean, I do work at a lot of bars and restaurants that serve alcohol, so I'm aware that people drink daiquiris. So celebrate today, Daiquiri Day. Enjoy yourself. Yeah, and that's it. Oh, only two things going on today. Here, I gave the disclaimer in the beginning that there's usually three things that are happening on every day of the year, but there's at least one thing. How about that? That'll be the disclaimer. There's at least one thing happening every day of the year on the daysoftheyear.com calendar. And today is Daiquiri Day and Ice Cream Day. All right. And on this date in history, one of the other sites I like to view and learn from, and I'm always trying to learn stuff. History.com. I trust that site more than most sites, to give me some good quality information. And today, on this date in history, it's the Rosetta Stone was found. How about that? On July 19th, 1799, during Napoleon Bonaparte's Egyptian campaign, a French soldier discovers a black basalt slab inscribed with ancient writing near the town of Rosetta, about 35 miles east of Alexandria. The irregularly shaped stone contained fragments of passages written in three different scripts: Greek, Egyptian hieroglyphics, and Egyptian Demotic. The ancient Greek on the Rosetta Stone told archaeologists that it was inscribed by priests honoring the king of Egypt, Ptolemy V, in the 2nd century BC. More startlingly, the Greek passage announced that the three scripts were all of identical meaning. The artifact thus held the key to solving the riddle of hieroglyphics, a written language that had been, quote, dead, end quote, for nearly 2,000 years. When Napoleon, an emperor known for his enlightened view of education and art and culture, invaded Egypt in 1798, he took along a group of scholars and told them to seize all important cultural artifacts for France. Pierre Bouchard, one of Napoleon's soldiers, was aware of this order when he found the basalt stone, which was almost 4 feet long and 2.5 feet wide, at a fort near Rosetta. When the British defeated Napoleon in 1801, they took possession of the Rosetta Stone. Several scholars, including Englishman Thomas Young, made progress with the initial hieroglyphics analysis of the Rosetta Stone. French Egyptologist Jean-Francois Champollion, 1790 to 1832, who had taught himself ancient languages, ultimately cracked the code and deciphered the hieroglyphics using his knowledge of Greek as a guide. Hieroglyphics used pictures to represent objects, sounds, and groups of sounds. Once Rosetta Stone inscriptions were translated, the language and culture of ancient Egypt was suddenly open to scientists as never before. How about that? I'm looking at. Oh, okay. I guess I'll pay attention to the Facebook. I think I got Keith Rogers out there, and Bobby Sue is one. Okay, Keith Rogers, Keys Dan. One of these days, I want to meet you and sing Steve Miller Band song, Billy Joe and Bobby Sue. Now that after I drink a Long Island iced tea, I read that I read that on the Rosetta Stone. That's where Billy Joe and Bobby Sue is from. What? Come on, Keith Rogers. You can call me right now if you want. I'll put you on the air. 501-470-6386. I want to know more about what you're talking about, Keith Rogers. Your comments will live forever on my video. He's out there in Russellville, Arkansas. Keith Rogers, everybody. Keith Rogers. Find him, add him. He'll make his Facebook page blow up. Do it now. All right, party people. Well, I guess I can always cut these short. All I really do when I come on to the Keys Dan show doing these lives is just want to talk about what happened last week and what's happening this week, what I got on the fire, on the plans. I know I have a podcast Monday, one Tuesday, another one Wednesday, and I think I have one Saturday morning. That's very unusual, very rare treat. So yeah, I like to keep my Saturdays free and even my Thursdays. But look for me if you want to add me. You can Google Keys Dan. I like to be Googled. And if you need some DJ services, I encourage you to go to djlittlerock.com. Check your availability. I'm booking lots of weddings, and that's exciting to me. So, all right. Well, Keith Rogers looks like he's not going to be calling in, but he's giggling like crazy all over my Facebook feed. Thank you so much for the interaction. I appreciate that so much. And he studied at the U.S. Army. So, all right, soldier, U.S. Army. Thank you for being out there. And thank you all for being out there, being a part of the show. If you're listening to the rebroadcast or watching the rebroadcast, I encourage you to check out all of my podcasts. If you want to tell your story or hear the stories of others, I encourage you to check out What Makes You Famous. Find it everywhere using the hashtag What Makes You Famous. And if you want to learn some stuff, every once in a while, I kind of break in. I'll do the 10 things you need to know today, or I'll just break in with some kind of interesting item, or at least an item that I find interesting, and delve into it a little bit further on my What Makes You Smarter podcast. And that you can find at hashtag What Makes You Smarter. Pretty simple. I think I'm on the big four is the Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And now I guess I'm on the twitch.tv/KeysDAN. I think I'm thirsty for more followers over there. Does it seem too thirsty that I keep asking people to go over to twitch.tv/KeysDAN? Maybe, but I don't care. I have no sense of remorse or shame. I'm 51 years old. Shame's gone out the window. If I haven't figured stuff out by this time, I probably won't figure stuff out. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to stop trying. Hope everybody's doing reasonably well. If you like what you hear, drop me some comments. Let me know what you're up to, and I'll possibly talk about you on the next podcast. How about that? How'd that be? I love promoting people and finding out what people are up to. And if you have a business that needs some promotion, please, I'll give you the Keys Dan bump. You could be a part of the show. All right, party people. This is the Keys Dan Show. I'll probably be doing this again next week at 6 p.m. Sunday Central Time. That's 7 p.m. Eastern Time. But between here and then, you're gonna hear my voice and see my face if you want to, because I'm pretty easy to find. That's it for me. The Keys Dan Show. It's Keys Dan, RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com. Peace. I'm out of here.